Need your carpets or upholstery cleaned fast? Whether it's a spring clean, bond clean, or just wear and tear from the pets and kids, Be Clean NQ is your premier quality carpet, upholstery, rug and mattress cleaning service. They'll go above and beyond to guarantee the best job at the best price. And they're 100% locally owned and operated. Have a chat to the busy bees at Be Clean NQ today. Go to beeclean.com.au because they're not happy until you are.
This week, live from Bali, this is On the Ranch. Yeah, it's Mad Tuesday, or kind of Mad Monday. Tuesday as we record, Wednesday as you listen, unless you're our Patreon fans who just got about 20 minutes worth of dribble. Lovely dribble from me, XR Bob, that guy, Morgan Holmes Evans, the only two guys in the studio.
Sorry, Rob, I was just busy sending the AFP tip line to check Pete's hotel room.
Yeah, I would.
Just to check what's in there.
This man has exposed himself. Speaking of, the man sitting in the hotel room 450 odd Ks away. It's pistol blazing, pew pew, two guns.
Bang, bang. How are we all, boys? Just give us a sec. Hang on. Yeah. Tulsi? Yeah, 2 bin tanks, mate. Yeah. Yeah, you get... Carmelo wants one too. Get 3 bin tanks.
Tamalolo could do 4 at once, I reckon. He's a unit.
What's happening, boys? How's everything going down there? You looking after the joint?
Your house is safe. Safe. It's in safe hands. That's what we have to say. As long as your wife is within earshot, their house is perfectly safe.
I'm charging up every mobile device I have here so I don't have to do it at home and pay a power bill.
Don't check your power bill.
You would.
Yeah.
You would.
It's free power anyway. You've got solar. Don't
I'm about
panic.
to back up a couple Teslas onto your PowerPoint.
I do have a bone to pick with you there, however. There was no video this week and it cost us. No on the spot.
What?
How are the boys going to get fired up for a do-or-die match and Pistol doesn't deliver?
Just a little text thing. Oh, I'm in a pub. I'm drinking a beer.
The boys were ready to watch it on the plane down.
I was out and about gallivanting in the highland countries up here, and I didn't get a chance. And then it was like, shit! It's 20 minutes before kickoff. I better do something. That's the best I could do with the resources I had.
You say you were in the Highlands. Would you say that in the last couple of days you've been a Highlander?
Yeah, there can be only one.
Are you a Mohican?
I'm the last of the Mohicans, and
he's got right hair for it.
It's got something
of
with
the
them.
universe.
Oh, Jesus.
That is an underrated movie, The Last Mohicans. That is a good one.
Is that right?
Yeah, really good movie.
I'm not sure I've seen that.
Is it Kevin Costner, Pete? Am I thinking of...
It is 100% not Kevin Costner. He's played by the great Daniel Day-Lewis.
No, Daniel Day-Lewis is not in that movie.
Daniel Day-Lewis is the last of the Mohicans. Look it up.
He is looking it up.
I didn't even think he was an actor back in 1992.
Have you got in your little hotel room there? Have you got free movies?
Oh, it is too. Bloody hell.
No, we don't have free movies.
So you can't watch Titanic.
No, but I've got it on my phone. So
of course
we might load up the last hour that I got not to watch last week because I had people in my theatre room last Tuesday night. So
you've always got people in your theatre room.
Yeah. You know who else, Morgs? Daniel Day-Lewis. One of the greatest unsung movies, The Crucible.
Oh, I thought you were going to say No Country for Old Men. That is a good movie.
Yeah, well.
I don't think I've seen The Crucible, though. Daniel Day-Lewis is a fantastic actor who is completely overlooked.
Oh, completely underrated, Daniel Day-Lewis. Amazing.
You nearly said completely overrated then.
I did. I had to check myself on that one.
It's probably the 6 rums you've had.
Can you imagine Titanic if DDL was in it? That would be amazing. Would have gone for another 6 hours. The boat wouldn't have sunk.
Look, he would have plugged it up with his bare hands.
That's fair. My God, what a bit of dribble. A lot of dribble All brought to you by Yes Property and Finance. They're the North Queensland business commercial real estate broker. Check them out at yespf.com.au and you'll see all their listings for your favourite real estate, all commercial, residential, businesses.
And industrial.
And industrial.
Yeah,
Does
C,
a
D,
bit
and
of
R.
everything. CD and R.
CDI. Commercial, domestic?
Domestic.
Probably not domestic. Let's go residential. Commercial, residential, industrial. How's that?
So that's CRI.
Yeah, CRI. CRI.
Cry.
Bring back the CRI.
Bring back the cry. I think it's getting demolished.
Not as good as Molly's. I've only knocked it over. Nothing good has happened in the CRI, especially when I was going there back in 2004.
2004.
Yeah, nothing good has happened in that CRI.
That
I remember
sounds,
walking in there, I got into the bathroom, and there must have been almost a foot of water, right?
That's a huge foot.
A foot of water mixed with vomit, mixed with pee, and everything else you can imagine.
Nice.
And you just kind of, I don't know, you just accept it, you wade in and wade out, and away you go.
I remember most nightclubs in town being like that. Molly's being the exception.
Flynn's was like that too a lot in the back toilet. You know, it's got like the prison toilets, the silver ones.
They're not good.
Oh, what a mess.
No, I dread going into those.
Yeah, you come out wet feet. You don't ever come out wet feet in a bathroom.
You want to make sure your feet have that sealer sprayed on them.
Yeah.
Your shoes have the sprayer.
Yeah,
Sprayer?
for sure. Sprayer.
I cannot
Spray.
string words together.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the mid-2000s when Flinders Street had a big facelift and the infrastructure of sewerage got a complete overhaul that all that sort of stuff changed.
They should have just drained it straight into the river anyway. It would have been easier.
Just tip the whole of Flinders Street east.
Great spot. Sunday night, wet teas, 2 for 1s.
Wet tea.
Wet teas, that's something that never happens anymore. Although the pub where I used to live used to have a raunchy raffle. They had a topless raffle.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's the one on the corner on Boundary. But what's that
Yeah,
one?
the Ross Island.
Ross Island. They still do a raunchy raffle, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and I think Anoomba may do it as well, but it's definitely a blast.
No, I think Anoomba classied itself up a little
Really?
bit and then got rid of that.
Yeah,
from what I've heard. Mansfield used to do it too.
That'd be a heavy lift class setting up the Anoomba Hotel. just quietly, it's a heavy lift.
Would be as heavy lift as our 3.5 hour podcast last week.
It would be. It would be.
Now
my preferred place is the Molly's pub.
Yeah, well, we're not biased or anything.
I could tell you there, Morgs, I am a really good strike rate at the Ross Island for meat trays.
Really?
Yeah.
You won from
It
one?
is the most meat trays at one place I've ever won. Now I'm like 5.
Oh, maybe we need to head down there then. For the meat trays.
It's a good, just for the meat trays. That's it.
Yeah, for sure.
Nothing about the high beams on display.
We'll
just
book
the
that
meat
in.
tray.
We'll book that. You mean from the V8 supercars because it's on the V8 supercar truck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
of course,
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Good stuff. Wrapping him up.
All right, Peter. Well, Peter is currently shirtless trying to get into the pool at the moment. So, we don't want to disturb you for too much longer. We might say good night to you for now.
No worries, have a good one, boys. Steer the ship home, and look, I'd like to say go to Cowboys, go to Cowboys girls, but it's all on the Wars now. We're financially invested in the Wars train, so Sean Johnson to lift the trophy at the end of the year, but we'll catch us back in the studio next Tuesday night.
I'm mindful of your lovely wife of 10 years being next to you, but how heavily invested in the Wars are we?
We're only invested by about 50, but we also need the Lions to win.
Oh,
right. That makes sense.
That's going to be a trouble because Port are on fire.
Lions have already won the trophy. This is the year. If Lions do not do anything but lift the flag, it's a failed year. This is theirs to lose.
I'm genuinely worried about Pete when the Lions lose.
Yeah.
Like, this is a lot of hype and expectation, and I'm genuinely concerned.
Especially in this campaign, this is our year. You know why? Because we've got 2 home finals, win week 1, have a week off, prelim at the Gabba, and there's no Geelong to knock us out this year.
I'm just going to say one word.
Our arch nemesis, Geelong.
2 words. Big Joe. If he doesn't kick straight, you guys are toast.
He's going to fire. We've been playing with our food the last 3 weeks. We're lulling everyone into it. False sense. So the Lion train is running strong and up the wires, and we'll catch you on Tuesday night, lads.
Very good. All right. Well, thanks for giving us your time and enjoy that pool. Enjoy that skinny dip.
See you, gang.
Uru, catch us.
Ciao.
How do you hang up this thing?
Here we go. That's easy. I just hang up at this end and then that's the end of it. That's
I
pretty
wish
good.
we could do it every Tuesday. Just hang up when he starts waffling on.
We could just turn his microphone down and that'd be the end of it. We should
that
just
would-
be doing that. I don't
That
know.
would be much smarter.
Got
for sure.
controls right here. I don't know why we don't do it. Look, yeah, we are on Patreon, and if you jump over in there, you'll get our early unedited episodes. There's about an hour and a quarter of extra content from last week.
And it comes out on the night we record straight away.
Well, most times, yes.
Hot off the press.
Hot.
Every time.
Every
2 minutes after we hit the record button,
almost.
it's on Patreon.
Pretty much, it's there. In fact, Billy is just rifling through that right now and trying to make the video for YouTube, which we're also on. But this week, we were joined on Patreon by one Colin Leake.
Yeah, and Cheesy.
Cheesy. Did he sign up as well?
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant the show. Oh, so
No, no,
Colin's now a member.
Colin is now a subscriber on Patreon
He'll
itself.
be able to go get a free beer at Molly's now. Smart man.
Very smart, man.
Very smart.
And it's indefinite?
Yeah, I heard it's as many as you want.
Does-
As
yeah.
long as you're still standing and you can walk to the bar, then I'm pretty sure that's good to go, right?
Works for me.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
It's what happened last time we went there.
Yeah, I unfortunately missed out. I took an early one after the brewery because I could sense
Probably a good move.
I could sense the self-destruction coming a mile away.
Yeah, no, it was
And I was
good.
already pretty shady from the night before.
Yeah,
I may
it
have
was.
gone early. I went a night early,
Yeah, well, as you do.
which is something that tends to happen in our group of friends. We do get first night fever.
Yeah.
You go somewhere for
as,
7 days and you just go all in on night one.
as evidenced at Magic Round this year.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to stop it though because you just get so excited to see each other for first night
Yeah,
and it just happens.
and that's understandable.
Exactly.
So basically, when you drive up to Cairns on Thursday night, you guys aren't getting up for golf on Friday morning.
Friday morning might be a heavy lift.
Very good.
Yep.
Not much in the way of news this week because it's been a very slow.
Well, no good news at least.
No good news.
No.
I did find an interesting story.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the Tennessee woman who set the record for the world's longest female mullet?
No, but I like that it's in Tennessee.
Isn't it? Yeah, it makes sense. She's gone 33 years without getting a haircut.
Hang on, it was either in Tennessee or Townsville.
Or Florida.
Yeah, Florida. Florida woman.
It seems like Florida woman. She looks quite respectable, actually.
How many years without a haircut?
She's gone 33 years without a
33
haircut
years.
to the back of her head.
That's pretty amazing.
She's had the front styled.
Is it touching the ground?
It doesn't actually look that long.
Wow, that's unusual because you'd figure it'd just keep going, right?
Yeah, maybe. 5'8" worth of hair. So it's not, well, depending on how tall she is, it doesn't say.
It's probably.
I'm 5'10", so it would be tickling me
That's a good
Achilles.
effort. That's a good effort. Bet it stinks.
She's 58 years old. You know, why not? And it's a Guinness World Record now, so
I mean, you got to be good at
if
something.
you want to be recognised for something,
You got to be good at something, eh?
I don't know if that's what I'd want to be recognised
That's almost as long as pizza.
Did you know also, though, that there is a US Mullet Championships?
Oh, I like that.
Of course there is, though,
Yeah,
in the US.
it's like you get the hot dog eating, and you see the Australian beat Jody. Is it Jody? What's his name? Jody Chestnut.
the
hot dog eater?
eating championship.
So an Aussie guy went over and beat him at a chicken wing eating contest,
yeah, right.
and I think he had like 68 or something. I can't remember exactly. But it
Chicken
was-
wing, I can't do chicken wings.
No, I'm not a chicken wing fan. I'm not into the bone
How do they
getting
judge?
the ligaments off and
Because
stuff.
there's cartilage and the bone bit at the end. Do they like eat around that, or do they just? Because you see some people just put them in and just the whole thing.
It's a good question. You must examine it, make sure there's enough gone. I did go short on the, what did I say, 64 or something, 67?
Yeah,
I went unders.
really.
Yeah, it's 276.
Fuck.
276 wings in a US Buffalo Wing Eating Championship.
200. How long in what? Tell me that's over half an hour or something.
I'm going to try and quickly find out how long
Because that is
it took.
ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You know, they train
How long do you think it'll take to eat 276 wings?
me.
Yeah.
An untrained person.
Yep.
Oh, a good hour
Okay.
minimum.
How long do you reckon it took him?
Even in an hour, you think about it.
Even
If
just
you're-
picking up 276 is going to take a bit of time.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Don't tell me it's in the seconds.
Oh, no, it's not in seconds.
It's measured in minutes. At least.
It's in minutes, but there's not many.
Be like 18.
It's less.
Oh, cut it out.
He did it in 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
12 minutes.
That's like 10 per minute. No, it's more than that.
Mr. Webb, the proud Australian, he
Proud. We've got to be proud of something.
He did tell the crowd, hang on, we could lose this. Oh, this is the MC. We could lose this to Australia and we'll never live that down as a people.
Right.
The people of America. Ah, well,
They didn't like getting beaten in chicken wing eating.
no, it's an American passion.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt whatsoever.
No, it's a good feat. Good feat.
Yeah. You see, they train their stomachs, the ones who eat the hot dogs.
You'd
They
have
go
to. I don't know
full
how
on
you
train
do
them.
it. Like, you must go out the back and spew it up straight away. There's no way you could actually have that go down through your intestines and stuff, right? You'd just be clogged up.
Well, apparently some do, some don't. Some
It would be bad for you. It would be so bad for you.
you would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depends on the kind of training.
Then again, I'll tell you what, you put a couple nice pieces of pizza in front of me. I reckon
Yeah.
I can knock down. I think I've done... a couple of friends who listen to this will be able to correct me on this. I can't remember what my record was. It was either 25 or maybe around 16, 17
Slices.
slices, yeah. But they were thin. They weren't pan.
And what size pizza?
Oh, reasonable normal thing. So
Not a pizza Riviera giant.
no, just a normal large. It was up at the Saunders Beach. You know, I got like that tavern kind of
Yep.
set up, right?
Yep.
And they do like unlimited pizza night. So we went up there, and I'm pretty sure I put away 25 sounds right, but
That's like 3 full size pizzas.
I think I did pretty good, but maybe it was closer to 16 or 17.
Because what is it? It's 8 slices to a pizza, so that's a good 3 full pizzas plus a bit.
No, I reckon I could do it. I'm pretty sure 25 fits in.
In the old days, maybe.
Yeah.
Not so much these days. You know, I did have a pizza Riviera pizza the other week.
Good pizzas,
First time in a long time.
very large.
Very good the next day too, because I couldn't eat it all in one hit. But
That's
they,
true.
They keep well.
Yeah, they're better the next day.
Not like, like a frozen pizza or Domino's or something in the fridge. It doesn't quite have that texture the next morning, but a good fresh gourmet Riviera pizza does.
I'll tell you who does have a good pizza the next day. Frank's Pizza Napoli. I drove past there the other week and I'm
excellent.
like, oh, Frankie's, we've got to go there.
We should do. We might have to do it.
I love
do a
the
pod
sign.
there.
It says, come in and meet Frank, and it's all about Frank.
Well, you can't anymore.
No, you can't anymore, but the sign's still there.
Yeah, right.
So,
But it's
it
costs too much to take the sign down.
rest in peace.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Women-
I'm interested in the food eating competition in Townsville. I reckon we do a bit of a food eating challenge thing. So I know OBJ's, I think, has a hot dog or something. I think
Yeah.
Empire might have like a palmy and chips kind of food eating comp.
Yeah.
I'll be interested in we go down and we tackle some of these around the off season.
Do you remember, I think it was the Outback Jacks?
Mm.
They used to have a kilo steak challenge. I did that.
You did it and you
I
finished
did
it.
that, yeah.
How are the meat sweats?
Not so bad. You know what? It's the steak is fine.
Yep.
A kilo of steak is fine.
Yep.
But it comes with, the plate is huge. It's bigger than I am wide.
Yeah.
And I was a lot wider back then. And it's a kilo steak, but it's also, it'd be a half kilo of veggies.
Yeah.
So carrot, broccoli, corn.
Yep.
That you also have to eat. And then easily a half kilo of chips.
The chips is what's going to get you.
And that was the hard part. And it's like, the old Simpsons episode where he starts to eat the steak and he's into the bread.
Yep.
They're like, we don't fill up on bread.
I was going to say, there's no garlic bread, is there?
No, thankfully.
That would be murder.
Yeah, no. But I did it. And I got a shirt, got my face on the wall.
It's funny, I was talking to someone the other day and I was talking about how good it would be to have like an unlimited pizza pasta bar sort of thing.
Yeah, right.
And I went, oh, that's Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
That was Pizza Hut.
that was.
We didn't realise how good we had it and we blew it.
That's right.
Bring back Pizza Hut dining.
With the unlimited.
The unlimited pizza pasta.
pizza
And then you had
pasta.
dessert on top of it. And I
Yeah.
always go get like we'd make a little ice cream float in the Coke and stuff.
You see, all the unlimited eatery places have gone. Can you still
They're
get
all
that at you been to Satay Mas in a while? They used to have like an unlimited buffet.
I think they still got the buffet. I'm pretty sure they still have the unlimited buffet, yeah.
I should give that a go before I go on the diet.
That's a good point. Yeah, we should. Yeah, and you get dessert there too. You can pay extra for the dessert.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you get unlimited ice cream.
Now I'm hungry.
Actually, that does sound really good.
Recording it. Let's go.
Yeah,
Actually, we can
stuff
make
this. All
mollies
right.
tonight. We're recording early.
Let's wrap this up. All right, thanks everyone for listening.
And good night.
Yeah, good night. Go
that's
Cowboys.
That's not going to work. Women's round 7 review versus the Dragons. It was a double header at QCB Stadium. The Broncos took on some other team. I don't know. I was there, but I didn't watch too much of it.
I didn't see it.
The girls enjoyed it. But then the Cowboys came out and got resoundingly flogged by the Dragons.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, Liam Kennedy, the referee, joke. He was letting them lay around in the ruck. So shocking.
It's a plague in the competition. Like,
And in both men's and women's.
yeah.
It was terrible, but it was only doing it. I mean, I've got the blue and the grey goggles on, right?
Yeah,
but for me, he was letting the Dragons lay around a lot,
Yep.
but not letting us get away with much at all. Sure, we might have done a hip drop and nearly took one of their heads off.
That's okay. That's
in
all
one
part of the
tackle.
fun.
But Crystal Blackwell, Fran Goldthorpe, who put on a spectacular try, solo effort, basically getting around 4 or 5 players to get over the line, and Vitalina Niokoro, who is unreal. She is Kyle Felt 2.0.
Oh, so she's going to be my favourite player.
100%. She wears the number 2 as well. And Kira Dib, 2 from 3.
Yeah, she's a gun.
Absolutely.
She's a gun.
And came over afterwards and spent heaps of time with the crowd, took
Really?
photos.
That's cool.
We got a photo with her.
That's awesome.
Emma Manselman did the same. She actually almost got in trouble for not getting inside the sheds
Really?
after the game because she was spent so much time outside.
And were there a lot of young girls and kids and stuff like there, like in the female side of things?
Yeah.
Like it's.
I mean, probably the majority was actually a female crowd.
That's good.
The crowd was only like 2,500.
Yep.
But we were all in the Western Stand.
Oh,
And,
that's a great photo.
Yeah. Gave Kira the phone and she took a photo and mid.
Yeah, good picture.
And the girls they had a ball.
You
Even
just got a message from Pete. Can I read it out? The pool was fucking cold. Only lasted 60 seconds. You can edit that out later if you need to, but I just thought it
no,
was
by all
worth reading
means,
out.
we'll leave that in there. That's perfect timing. Excellent.
Oh, pistol.
Good on you, Pistol. Well done.
Wasn't he talking about the ice bath challenges and stuff the other night?
Yeah.
He made
Yeah.
60 seconds in a non-chilly pool.
No good. No good at all.
Good photo.
I'm trying not to get onto the men's game.
Oh, look, before we do that, and I haven't really looked through the run sheet to see if this is something that we're going to talk about later. What do you think about Ben Cummins hanging up the boots? Hanging up the whistle, I should say.
Yeah, hanging up the whistle.
I mean, it's not sudden. He's not the worst, not the best.
Yeah, 6 and 1, half dozen the other. I never really disliked Cummins, but I never really liked it. No, there's not many refs I like.
No, I like handlebars.
Yeah.
Is that G? Someone G.
What's
I
his
always forget his name.
Goff?
Goff, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Goff. He's my
I
favourite.
can't remember his first name, but Adam Goff?
Peter Goff?
Peter Goff.
I think it might be Peter Goff.
Anyway,
Could be Darren Goff.
I don't think it's Darren.
No,
He
he's
doesn't
not.
strike me as a
You
Darren.
know, not a fast bowler for England.
I think so. I don't think he is, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently was he the most, I don't want to say capped, the most whistled ref?
Cummins.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good question. I will endeavour to find out.
I think
super
he ref.
quick.
I have a feeling I read that he is the most capped, we might as well say it, ref in the NRL.
Wouldn't it be old mate who retired like 10 years ago?
Harrigan?
Harrigan.
No.
No?
No.
I thought Harrigan. Okay, here we go. Ben Cummins, 2006 to 2023, 443 games. The next is Harrigan, 392.
That's not
So
a small difference.
It wasn't even close. I mean, you got Ashley Klein,
So he'd done,
He's a dog.
that's 50 more games.
50 more games. Yep.
Granted, you could probably do 2 a week, so it's maybe only a year.
Yeah, and they're probably flying around a lot more these days. Back in the day, you probably did your home games. You weren't travelling every weekend. And
I
then you
don't
got
know.
Ashley Klein, Matt Checken, and, old Sutto isn't even on the list here. Oh, Van Gerard Sudden and Badger.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Gavin Badger, that is, not Casey.
Clearly.
And,
Gavin Badger consults for the Tigers now.
Really?
Last time I saw him. He might not anymore. Maybe that's why they're going so poorly.
Here we go. Harrigan did 10 grand finals, but Cummins only did 5.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
I knew Harrigan had a lot of representative game, did a lot of Origin and finals. But yeah, Cummins, I don't know. I can't imagine. Anyway, is what it is. So, let me just bring up the team list for the game against the Panthers. Who was the ref in that game? That was Todd Smith. That's right, the red-headed stepchild. He wasn't terrible. I'll give him that. But 44 points to 12 at Blue Bet Stadium in Penrith. 21,500 Panthers, rabid Panthers fans. There were some Cowboys in the crowd, from what I could see.
There's a couple. Josh Elmore's down there. I bumped into him at the airport.
Nice. Yeah. He must have some frequent flyer points.
He does. He was head-to-toe Cowboys.
He can't redeem any.
No, that's a good point.
Nor can anybody at the moment.
No one can redeem any. No.
Maybe now. Oh, actually, maybe now.
Maybe tomorrow there might be a few changes to that policy.
Might be a few.
But it's funny. I saw the team roll through the airport, and then behind that came Joshy.
I'm surprised.
He was full head to toe. I'm like, man, I thought you were one of the players.
Well, he'd be close.
He'd be fit enough to do it. Doing the long running.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he could easily put some meters in.
Yeah. Bloody runners.
You know what? Every team should be able to vote in like a wild card citizen player. Okay. I reckon we vote Josh in. So he can be our citizen player.
What the club should actually do is fund half a dozen to a dozen super fans, so to speak, who travel with the team.
I like it. Good idea.
And they organise the supporter base.
It's like in American colleges, you got the boosters. You know, they all go and they...
Do they?
Yeah, that's my alarms.
I got that,
Yeah, they got boosters who travel with the teams. Haven't you seen Remember the Titans? You know, they all jump in the bus and they got all the cars and they all go to the...
I can't remember the movies.
Iowa State to the cornfields. Go Huskers. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, dear. Yeah, anyway, 8 tries to 2. Griffin Neem over in the 43rd. We didn't score at all in the first half. It was 26-0.
No, it wasn't off to a good start. So I must admit, I saw the game, but I had no volume the whole night. So I was at a function. We're going to kill that phone.
Probably a good
I was
thing.
at a function, a retirement function for some clients of mine. Lovely, lovely people. And they, wonderfully invited us to their function to, thank everyone and say goodbye to, everyone who's, supported. And
as you do in a retirement function.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you get the general drift.
Yeah.
And they had the Cowboys in the background on the TV, but no volume. And over the night, more and more people, as they drank more and more, were paying less and less attention to the TV.
Yeah.
And
I don't blame them. I was paying less and less attention myself. I actually got because I went to the women's games, and then I had the kids, so we got some food on the way home. I won't say where.
Yep.
It's Golden Arches, as you do.
That's nutritionally sound.
It's
nothing wrong with that.
Oh, but they don't eat much else anyway, so it's a bit of a treat.
If you get them a fillet of fish, it's okay.
Yeah, because they'll eat that. Yeah. So by the time we got home, because that game finished probably 5-ish by the time we got out of the stadium, because we hung around for photos.
It's been a long day for kids.
And we met some of the players and that, so that was a good thing. But by the time we got home, got the kids set up in front of the TV so I could get in front of my TV.
Yep.
I was a bit late to the game. I was probably 20 minutes behind, so I was watching on delay. And the good thing about KO is you can put it at 1.5 speed or even 2 times speed.
Yep.
I probably watched the first 15 minutes maybe at normal speed and then started hitting that fast forward button.
I'm surprised you guys ever stopped button.
Actually, it would have been. So Liam Martin scored at the 26th. That was the 3rd try scored against us.
And you're like, I'll just put
That's about when I started putting it on fast forward. And there was Toto in the 32nd, Summits in the 38th, Taruva and Cleary and Toto in the second half.
I'd be talking to someone and we'd be, whatever down. And I'd go and get a drink or I'd talk to someone, how you going? Nice to see you. Haven't seen you for a bit. 5 minutes later, you turn around, we lost 12 points. I'm like, what are we doing?
It was terrible. Absolutely shocking.
It's a nightmare. We just didn't want to win.
No, and there was no, that resilience in that we had last year when you get a few points scored against you. Like the first try was in the fourth minute. Yeah,
and you feel like, okay, well, you know what? They can dig deep and they might have a bit of a comeback. It just never felt like it was a comeback coming.
Not at any stage. The only good thing was the 2 tries, Neem and Labert, who got over.
Yes. Pretty close to each other too.
Yeah, 43rd and 48th. I thought, we got
tiny bit of a comeback.
We're a long way down, but...
And that Labert try, that was beautiful.
Oh,
Like, I'm all in on Labour.
A thing of
chips
beauty.
in.
Well, I think I think he might have a starting role next year.
He has to. He is the future. Like, we lost Gilbert, right, who's going to be the future captain.
Yeah.
We need someone to stand up and be like, I am here, I'm taking on this role, and I'm going to kick ass for the next 10 years.
We need someone who can do it consistently because
That's true.
It was a bit of a struggle. At least Scotty Drinkwater nailed 2 from 2.
Yeah. Drinkwater's a star.
He's a good kicker. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
And I noticed Felty was doing the kickoffs again.
I missed that. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, very
So,
good. I'm glad the Cowboys have started listening to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe a little bit late in the season.
A little bit late in the season. I tell you what, Rishi Robson getting sin binned in the 66th minute.
I missed it, but I turned around when he was off, I haven't seen a replay. What happened?
It's just.
Was it deserved?
Maybe.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll leave it at that.
So it wasn't quite like a flying Kyle Felt boot.
No, not quite. It was a professional foul. So they'd put a kick in, and he turned and was just hanging on to
the jersey.
I think it was Brian Tyler actually. He was hanging on to his jersey.
Actually, you know what? Now
The
you
act of
mention that,
scoring.
I think I saw it on replay.
Yeah. So deserved, I guess.
I mean, it's 6 points, 4 points, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's iffy.
No, look, they scored. They only scored twice while he was off.
Only twice. Only twice.
They scored less than a minute after he went off, so that's probably part of it. But yeah, look, it's the Panthers who are a well-oiled team, and you just can't be. You got to be 100%.
And at home with Cleary, like, oh man, they were ready to go.
No Luai, and their record without Luai is pretty bad. But it's not when you've got there was no one manning up in defence, bar one or two,
Which is really sad to see because we could have made it to a final still at that point. And you'd figure if they're going to put the effort in, it's the game where they're going to turn up and be counted, but they just never got counted. They never turned up.
And I think it was all downhill since that Titans game. But anyway.
Yeah, I keep saying that's the one we had to have won.
Yeah.
And you're right. It has been downhill since then. We felt like we'd never been in it. We'd have like a little boost of energy and like a good half and we'd win a game. But it looked like we were never really, challenging for the title.
Everyone just looked tired.
Yeah, I mean, big season, long season.
Jeez.
They've probably been under the pump for games and games now, trying to get up, and just no more in the tank.
And there was that expectation from last year when everyone was in form.
Yep.
And they're not in form this year.
Yeah, it is interesting though. You can have a whole team in form and then you can have like a whole team out of form.
Yeah.
And essentially it's the same people. It's the same everything.
It's not
like
much in it.
What happens? Is it mental? How much is it mental? How much is it physical?
It's got to be 50-50. Oh, it can't be physical because you look at them, they're all fit.
Exactly. They're all doing training. I'm sure they're hitting all their marks in their, all the bloody sports scientists with their nerdy computers.
And they,
with their GPSs.
Yeah, that's right. Telstra trackers.
I'm sure all the geeks have it all dialed in.
Maybe there was too much hard-earned index.
Maybe.
Player points. Player points.
You kick it off because I've got to grab my phone so I can read them out.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's this will be the last ones we do, so we're going to have to do a tally up for next week.
Yeah, we'll do a tally up. We'll hit the spreadsheet. We'll get the sports scientist nerds back in on the laptop, and we'll get an algorithm and we'll tally it up.
Read it from the bottom up, so we reveal that last.
I wonder if we could just ask ChatGPT.
Oh, I'm sure we
so
could.
Who is the most? Can you do that? Are you signed in?
Yeah.
Can you ask ChatGPT?
I shouldn't say this, but I'm actually signed in to ChatGPT right now.
Nothing to do with your day job for sure.
No, it's not.
No, of course.
But off air, I'll tell you why.
Can you put in who was the best North Queensland Cowboys player this year?
Who was the best This is live ChatGPT here.
The only thing is it may not have the info from this year, so you might need to ask who was last year's and see what it comes back with out of curiosity.
Who was the best North Queensland Cowboys player for 2023?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What do we get out of that?
ChatGPT. Taking this. I'm sorry, but I don't have access to information beyond my last knowledge update in September 21.
Oh, are we going 21?
Wow.
Can you go 2020 and find out who was and we'll look up who was the best player in 2020.
Okay. All right.
Cowboys 2020 MVP.
MVP.
That's what I'm going for.
Oh, well, that's more of an American basketball
It
term.
is, yeah. It's probably the wrong term.
All right. So what would that be? Players player or the?
No, it wouldn't be players player. It would be what's our Bowman medal, is it? Is it the Bowman medal?
Well, that's not players player. Yeah, like best and fairest.
Best and fairest, yeah. Isn't that the Bowman?
Paul Bowman medal.
Yeah, it is. Paul Bowman medal. Yeah, here we go. All right, who got it in 2020?
All right, so ChatGPT's answer for 2020.
Yep.
Determining the best player for a specific year can be subjective and may vary depending on the criteria used. So individual statistics, team contributions or fan opinions. In 2020, the North Queensland Cowboys had several standout players including Jason Taumalolo, Valentine Holmes. Was he here in 2020?
A good question. Not sure. I'm still trying to bring up the
Oh,
list.
yeah, because in 2020 he returned to the NRL after a stint in the NFL. And Michael Morgan in 2020.
Okay.
Please note that opinions on the best player may differ, and it's important to consider team dynamics, player contributions, performance metrics. ChatGPT has come a long way, hasn't it?
Okay, Paul Bowman medal in 2020
Yeah.
went to Tomalolo.
Well, there you go. They got JT. They've got him in first place.
There you go. That's
Or
not bad.
ChatGPT has him in first place.
Can you quickly do 2021?
Unable to provide 21 because the knowledge only goes till September 21.
All right. Well,
Which kind of, I suppose it would have been presented at the end of 21, so probably in
Yeah, it would have
October. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's
well,
fair.
that was good padding because now I've got my 3, 2, 1s ready.
Excellent.
Do you want to go
know.
first?
Yeah, I can go first. I'll start. I'll give my 1 point first. Kyle
Yep.
Felt had some good little runbacks as he normally does.
Mm-hmm.
Actually showed some effort. Good to see him back in the team. I think he's going to get. I had him as a try scorer, and I think we had him in the multi as try scorer.
Yeah, we did. We had 2 try scorers.
tries.
Two or more. Cowboys 13 plus.
Yeah, that didn't end well.
Probably optimistic.
I had that I had that as well. Didn't go well. But yeah, Kyle Felt for 1 point. Look, runbacks are just he's got like a baseline standard, and he doesn't seem to drop below that.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people knock his defense, but like we've said 1,000 times this year, that's not all his fault. 2 points I gave to Kyle Labert, who we said before was just a machine. He is a machine. I think he might be the Terminator. Just a new model, the T620.
The T23.
T23?
T23-24.
Ooh, yeah, I like it.
Yep.
Well, he'd be the incumbent number 3. No, he'd be number 4, won't he?
Maybe like T4000.
What's Hiku's number 4?
Hiku's 4.
Yeah,
Was
so-
4.
Well, Kyle, was now.
So
yeah.
now Labert's what? Labert going to be 4?
Labert should be the number 4, you would think.
Makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me.
Yep.
3 points I gave to Luciano Leilua, who actually showed a little bit of mongrel in, as Pistol actually wrote in his, showed mongrel and aggression. I just realised.
That's probably where you got it from.
I'm 100% copying what Pistol wrote, even though he picked different players. But yeah, he seemed to be, and I know Toddy Payton said this in the post-match conference as well. Actually, he pretty much ripped on everyone except Luch.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I think he actually singled out Luch as the only player who stood up in defence.
Well, that's a good thing.
So, well, it's good for Luch.
It is very good for Luke.
It's no good for anyone else.
Yes. I assume he's got a contract next year.
Oh, well, you would think so. You
Yeah.
would think so.
Definitely
So,
up to that.
yeah, look, he was actually bending their line a little bit when he could.
And I think I saw, didn't he get a line break or didn't he get something
Yeah,
like
I
that?
think he got a couple there.
Yeah, I think he did pretty good.
He at least had some effort, so it's all sad. I'm trying to beef it up and sound cheery, but
Nah, it's a bit of a downer.
it is. It's very much a downer. All right, who you got?
Right, so first up, I'm going to give a big shout out to Feldog, who I think has been my favourite player for a very long time. And I saw him in the airport. We had a quick chat. So just for that, I'd love to give him 16 points, but we can't. So shout out to Felty. For 3 points in the game, I gave to Labour. So from what I saw, he had some good runs. He just had a general attacking nature, and it feels like he consistently is looking for the line, and he's looking for line breaks, and he just seems to be the most active player we have right now. So 3 points to Labour. 2, I gave it to Big Luch for mainly tackling and hit-ups, and I think I saw he did a line break somewhere along the way. And for 1, I went Big Griff O'Neill. Just general play, mainly defence. I'm not too sure what he did on offence too much, but I saw he had some good hit-ups. Well, yeah, sorry, I saw he scored, but in terms of just general gameplay, I wasn't too sure. But I know defence, he had some nice defence tackling as well.
Yep.
And yeah, but just a shout out to Feldy for being a bloody legend guy.
Very good.
That's it. That's all I'm going. That's what I'm going with. And I think we got pistols here too, don't we?
We do.
Yep.
He's gone 1 point for Ruben Cotter. Always looked for work and made a few try saving tackles. He gave 2 points to Gryffindor. Great leg drive. Looked to break the line with every hit up. And 3 points he gave to Luch, as I may have alluded to previously. Showed mongrel and aggression.
That sounds familiar.
Does.
Yeah.
It's good words from Pistol for a change. Might get him to write my scripts from here on.
How do you think we've gone with Luch in the second half this year?
In the second half?
Yeah.
He
didn't have
missed
him
the first
half. Yeah.
See, that's the other thing that crippled us. Not having him for the first 10 weeks hurt.
And we definitely got better playing with him.
Absolutely.
Like we had a good little mini recovery revival thing halfway
Yeah.
there.
Not that our second rowers are that bad. Like, I mean, they're not bad at all. I mean, you got Helam Lukey, Mitch Dunn, who went down with a bit of an injury, but
we got some big boys.
It's not like they were bad, but Luch just seems to have
He's athletic
at other level.
Yeah.
And it's probably his experience and why we've got him in the squad.
He's pretty good at the old tackle bust too. Like he generally will sometimes once a game, get through the line or at least really, stretch it and have a couple guys hanging off him to free up someone else. Yeah.
And I think that's from the experience. He knows how to hit the line and break a tackle.
Yeah, which is
Whereas
what
the
we
younger
need.
guys, they don't tend to do that as much, unless they're, freaks. I mean, Tamalolo was a freak when he came into the competition and could do it anyway.
Yep.
But, yeah, some of the young fellas just, like Lukey, I don't want to knock him too much. He's put in the effort and the work, but I think sometimes he picks the line, doesn't quite pick the right line, I think maybe. And he's getting there and he's improving, and everyone's improving every week. But when you watch Luch run, he might be a line break every time he gets the ball.
Yeah, he runs with intent.
That's it. Runs with intent.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep.
Thanks.
Sometimes
Good
the
summary.
others they tend to just kind of run because they've got to do it, but they don't really look for the best position or
They'll run and that's their job, and then they'll take the hit up.
They
and
take
they'll
the tackle.
They'll still put the leg pump in.
Yes.
But it's not quite. Luch is looking to break and
And
offload.
he also looks at offloads, which I think is really good. It's something that Southern teams seem to do way better than us. We don't look for a lot of offloads. We take the tackle and try and make a fast play. We should be looking for offloads.
In that period where we won, I think it was 6,
Yep.
5 or 6,
Yep.
close together, the offloads were happening.
Oh, I think it's important. And remember that game where we had someone do like a metric ton of offloads against us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't it like in...
Was that Broncos?
I was going to say Titans, but I can't remember.
I think Broncos had a lot of offloads against us.
It
And
would
that's
make,
one
it would
thing
make
Broncos
sense
have
for it to
done
be
well this year.
Broncos, especially with old Dreamy. It would make sense.
It was because it was here.
Yeah.
Because I remember the Bronx, because when we went and played golf, the Bronx were at
that's right.
The golf club.
Down at Rose Bay.
They were down at Rose Bay.
Bloody playing golf and they still turn up and chop us the next day.
Yeah. I tell you what, golf
dogs.
ruins you. I haven't been back to a single course since that day.
I haven't played since last Sunday. It's been so long for me. I was going to play Sunday, but we had Father's Day on and it just hasn't happened. So
That's fair.
this weekend it's Golf City.
Father's Day, I got a bit of a nap in the afternoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, look, if there's one day of a year you should be able to get away with a nap, Father's Day's got to be it, right?
It was quite pleasant, I have to say.
It's nice. I love a Sunday nap. A Sunday nap to me
Showing
is
our
just
age
the
here.
highlight of my weekend. It really is. And when you wake up at kind of 6 o'clock and you're like, oh, it's dinner time. Fantastic. I'll go
Perfect.
back to sleep again.
I'll wake up and eat and then go back to sleep.
Yeah, it's basically...
Basically a koala.
Oh, man, they got the life. Apart from the raging chlamydia and STDs. I mean,
But there is that.
The koalas have the life.
Well, a koala in captivity wouldn't have chlamydia. You don't think so?
I mean, they probably don't. They give them antibiotics. Right, surely you'd be getting antibiotics if you were in captivity.
I would expect so.
Yeah, you'd
Otherwise,
figure so. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably going down a path we don't really want to go down.
Yep. For sure. Okay.
So during the week, I might just play this little one. During the week, of course, Pistol hoed himself out to Power 100 again, as he does. They did a little segment, and this is the segment right here.
I quite like it. Now, there is somebody else who has called through, someone who I'm very keen to get their opinion on. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, look who it is. It is, yes, Pistol Pete. Now, Pete, of course, from the On the Ranch podcast, North Queensland's premier footy podcast, focused on the Cowboys and all the goings-on. Now, this could be decisive. If Pete, as a host of that podcast, comes down on my side, then that's got to be a decider.
Pete, good morning. Where do you stand on this? Are you going to be caring about anybody who else wins the comp? Where's your head at? Tell us your thoughts.
Oh, Brew, I think I'm going for the Kiwi cousins across the Dutchy.
Oh, up the wires.
Up the wires, I reckon. Get behind them.
Okay, so you're barracking for the Warriors. Pete, would you wear Warriors gear if they made the grand final?
Well, back in '09, when they went on a bit of a run, I got on board. I've been on board the Wars since '95, in all honesty, but being a North Queenslander, Cowboys come first. So I've got a Wars jersey from '09 sitting in the cupboard. So yeah,
Pete, did you buy that? Did you actually purchase that?
I had, yes, from Angus Smith Sports Power back in the City Mall way back in the day.
You host a podcast dedicated to the Cowboys and you spent your money on another team's merchandise.
Yeah, look, this was many moons ago, and I think, I don't wear it during the season when the cows are still alive.
When the cows are still alive, exactly. But Pete, if the Wars make it to the final and say they're against Penrith or Brisbane, would you put that jersey on and go to the Seaview?
I'll be wearing it this weekend up in Palm Cove, celebrating me mate's 40th.
There you go, mate.
Hang on. But is your mate a Kiwi? Is that why you're wearing it? Because it's kind of on brand with your mate?
Not at all. Not at all. I think it goes back to the days where the cows and the Wars were really never talked about in the media, not on footy shows, anything. And so we were the outsiders. So why not get behind the underdog?
Bloody oath, Pete. I couldn't agree more.
I'll tell you why,
that
Pete.
Settles it.
Because it's illegal.
On the ranch or on Brett's side. Thank you, bro.
I have to say that a good shout out from Archie and Brett's.
Oh, fantastic. Shout out to Archie Brett's Power 100 morning show.
The premier podcast.
Get around it.
Absolutely.
Get the F around it.
I'm not so sure that we're all around Brett's idea. Was it Archie or Brett's who's happy to jump teams?
Well, Pete jumped pretty quick. The second he's all of a sudden, I've been on Wars since, blah, blah, blah.
Well, since 95, apparently.
Since 95. It didn't take him long to get off the Cowboys. Straight back on the Wars.
Tell you what, for the guy who runs one of the most popular Facebook pages for the Cowboys, with the Stampede aside, in On the Spot, it's a bit of a shock.
He's not bad. I was going to jump on the buns. And that came to a screaming halt as well.
That's poor. I tell you what, though, there's not a whole lot of choice.
No, I was looking at the top 8. There's nothing there that excites me.
You might go I'd like to see the Raiders go all right. But
Raiders would be the only one I care about.
Warriors and Raiders.
Warriors and Raiders, I will go Raiders over Warriors because I was born in Canberra, right? So I've lived there. I had the Raiders jersey back when I was a little tiny kid.
Yep.
So Raiders would be my number 3 team. They're the only one I've got left. And then I'm going Warriors, and the rest I just don't care.
Yeah, look, Panthers, I think we've had enough. We can move on.
I'm a bit sentimental to history and historic feats, right?
Right.
So the three-peat, I enjoy that.
Yep.
I just finished watching The Last Dance again, so you get the three-peat with the Bulls. You don't get too many three-peats. You had the Lions back in the early 2000s.
Early 2000s, yeah. So
if they do a three-peat, I'm happy for that to say I saw the three-peat, and then they can lose for the next 20 years. I'm happy with that. So I'm Raiders or Panthers.
As an ex, pre-1995 Panthers fan.
Rehabbed?
I'm rehabbed, yes.
Yep.
I'm not necessarily sad for the three-peat. However, they've had enough.
Definitely after this one, and especially with old mate Luai and all them.
And that's what puts me off.
He puts
most of the players I don't have an issue with. It's Luai.
It's Luai,
And they do have a little bit of an air of arrogance about them.
100%, definitely.
And that's just not me.
It is nice seeing when they win at Bow and, all the Islanders get the chocolate necklaces.
Yeah,
and
that's
all
cool.
the families are out there. I kind of enjoy that bit.
Yeah, look, I'm behind them 100%. And for a bunch of the kids and their kids, in reality.
And they all grew up playing football together the whole way through.
It's unreal. And
it's incredible.
It's But I just don't want to see him win again.
And you got the father-son coach thing. Like, there's a lot of really nice stories
There's some
about
fairy
the
tales.
Panthers. It's just Luai and a couple of the others.
Yeah,
Mainly
that's right.
Luai.
Mainly Luai.
I like To'o.
Fisher Harris.
I liked him.
Yeah,
I
I like. He seems to be a bit of a character.
Yeah, I like him. And I remember he carved us up in the Blues.
He
I
carves
think it was when they were in Townsville. He carved us up.
Yeah,
I've
he
always
carves.
respected him in a weird way for that.
Yeah.
Just how much he was a good player.
I can't stomach the Broncos winning.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yep.
You know, the draw
Yeah.
that they've had, and now they've got to actually on that, they've got to beat the Storm, who they have not beaten.
I did not pick the Storm to beat them. the other
Last week.
Yeah, I really didn't expect the Storm to beat them. So I don't know if they can do it twice.
I reckon they can. There's a good record. When we get to tipping, we'll jump on that one. The Storm, look, they've had an up and down season. I can't see them winning it, but hey,
Oh.
they're third.
Yeah, I mean, they've recovered. I thought they were going to bottom out.
They're a bit
I,
under the radar.
I really thought they were going to bottom out and they'd have to rebuild.
Yeah.
And they've just come storming back in.
Up the wires, of course, in fourth place. They finished in the end.
That's pretty amazing for the Wires. Where did they come last year? Oh, well, like 15.
Yeah,
or
good question.
Bloody something
Actually,
down there.
I can check that on the
Yeah,
official
I mean, this is a
NRL.
really good turnaround for the Wires.
15th last year.
15th, there you go, I picked it.
So they've gone 15th to 4th.
That's a good run.
And, you know, I think personally, Webster should, to 3rd. And Webster should be getting the
Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year for that. Actually, sorry, it is 4th.
I'd be happy if he got Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year?
Coach of the Year, bro?
Coach of the Year, bro.
Cuz.
I just slipped into it naturally, just like,
yeah, well,
yeah.
it's infectious, especially in this house.
Yeah, it is. Once you hear Pete do it, I mean,
Well,
anyone can do it to Pete can do
but you
it.
got to improve.
I mean, apparently my Irish accent from the other night wasn't very good. It didn't go
Wasn't.
down too well.
No.
So I was thinking I might need to work on that a little bit better. Governor.
I don't know if you're working on it now.
Not actively.
The Knights, the Sharks, the Roosters, and the Raiders. So,
Knights, I don't mind. Sharks, I have no interest in, especially, I mean, I didn't like them when Gallen was there. Roosters, I don't care for.
no, they're a bottom four side. I don't know how they slipped
Yeah.
into the 7.
Knights would be okay. I like it. It's a regional town. It's not like, it's a little bit of a fairy tale.
And they're on a bit of a run. The other one I
Yeah.
don't like there,
I don't like Ponga.
I don't like Gamble.
Oh, yeah, no, you don't like Gamble.
No.
I remember you said he's the ugliest player in
He
the NRL
is.
the other week.
And I tell you what, since then,
Yeah.
had a bit of a look at Nico.
Yeah, Nico, yeah.
Nico Hines, how we kind of praised him as one of the lookers of the field. He's really not.
No, he's good from far and far from good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought exactly that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got a bit of a
Yeah.
bag face. Anyway, we probably should have a look. The women are playing this week against the Raiders at Seabus. Strange places. Like
Yeah.
the Broncos playing up here. Broncos Sharks it was up here.
That is weird.
And now we're playing the Raiders at Seabus. So, look, that loss last week kind of hurt a bit. We're currently sitting in 9th.
First season, though,
Yeah, first season.
How many more games have we got to go?
Just the 2. So it's this week and then
Very short season.
I think, and then the week after, I think. Don't quote me on that.
So does that mean we're out of contention already?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
So we got something to cheer for.
We're currently on 2 wins. 4th place Broncos
Yep.
are on 4 wins.
Okay.
So if everyone else loses,
So we need to win the next 2.
yeah.
We've been here before.
And we're up against the Raiders right now, who are in 5th. 9th because they do a top 4.
Yeah,
So,
right, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay, so we need to win this. Big game.
Need to win this.
Yep.
Need to win this. Look, they can. I don't know. I haven't watched any of the Raiders, I have to
Raiders,
say.
yeah.
So I don't know what they're like in terms of a team. I think it's their first year as well, isn't it? Yep.
Well, I don't know. It feels like it.
Let's just
I
run with
don't.
it.
I don't remember talking about the Raiders in the NRLW before.
Well, we haven't talked about the
I was gonna say
NRLW prior to this year, so
Yes, I mean that's probably fair. I was trying to cover that nicely.
You did well,
You
though.
blew me up.
yeah, that's what I'm here for. Sign me up. But yeah, mostly a pretty similar team, I think, from what I gather. Mackenzie Wheel out. I think she was off the bench last week, and Mia Middleton I half met as well. I met Mia Middleton's mum.
Really?
She was in the crowd.
Oh, that's cool. I like
Yeah,
that. Mum's
so
getting out,
Had a bit of a chat with
cheering for the girls.
Yeah,
Very
it was-
nice.
It was good. It's good atmosphere. It's how there's nastiness. There can be
It's more
nastiness in the men's.
wholesome.
It is.
It's more family friendly, more wholesome.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
I
Yeah.
had a really good time.
It's more of a family day out.
It is.
And you know what? I don't want to say this in a bad way, but it's about the enjoyment and the journey, and it's about the actual event.
Yeah.
And the score will be nice if they win, but it's also if they don't win, it's not as a big deal.
The number of people that still stuck
just a
around.
friendly,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm not saying it doesn't matter what they do, but it's more of a, we just want to be at the game and cheer him on.
Yeah.
Than he blew my multi and this guy's effed and that guy's shit, all that sort of thing.
I think it's 108 years of, and the rest of rugby league.
Yeah.
Sorry, NRL men's,
Yeah.
as opposed to 2 to 3 years of women's.
Yeah, it's more about the participation and enjoying it and acknowledging and celebrating that they're
Well, where I'm
playing.
going is like with the men's, it's sort of like, we're over sort of the game. We're now more into the gambling aspect, and
Yeah.
I
can
mean,
see
yeah,
that.
there's still the team spirit and rivalry in that, but but in the women's, like you still sort of like you still want to see the opposition have a good game.
Yep.
One or two. Having said that, there's 1 or 2 Dragons girls players after on the weekend
Not too nice.
who I would, they're number 14. I forget who it was, but she was a nasty little piece of work, that one.
I reminds me of kids soccer, women's teenager, let's say under 12s, whatever that is, probably teens. I went to one of their games once a couple of years ago, right? Friend of a friend, sort of thing.
Yep.
Go support the team.
As you do.
I've never seen a rougher bunch of sports players. They're elbowing each other behind the ball, pulling hair, kicking knees. Like they are mongrels. They're ravenous mongrels.
It reminds me actually during the Broncos Sharks game, there was a Sharks forward
Yeah.
in the women's who put a bit of a hit on, and then there was a bit of a niggle in the ruck to the point where she got a slap.
What?
One of the Broncos players basically gave her
Slapped her.
I know, basically gave her it wasn't a full on slap. It was like a tap to the
Yeah, it's a
face
straighten up.
as she was getting up. It was just like oi, and
I like it. That's good.
And from there on, they were into each other,
Yeah,
and they
I
were
like that.
into
That's
this
good.
poor forward, like she was, from the Seven Hells or something. Like they were into, and the crowd, because it was predominantly Broncos
Yeah.
supporting crowd. I guess whether there were a fair few Broncos jerseys, but whether it's a Cowboys supporting Broncos type atmosphere, I guess in the women's, but.
Bit of niggle.
She copped it. She copped it.
That is amusing.
It is pretty funny. But yeah, anyway, that is on Sunday at 11:30 at Seabus.
We're gonna have to get a lady in here to get their take on it, because I don't think 2 white men can be given their take on women's sport anymore in
Not
2023,
well.
right?
Not well.
Yeah.
We were going to get Kate Cornish in, but
We'll get her in. soon.
we started a little earlier tonight, so I didn't have much
This
time.
is the earliest we've ever
Oh,
started.
I know. It's the earliest we're going to finish too. We're going to get
Yeah, I
home
know.
in time for
This
dinner.
is
It's amazing.
incredible. I'm gonna have a nap before dinner.
The men are off on Mad Monday or Mad Tuesday or Mad Wednesday as you listen to this one. Pete's done a spiel here, and I'm going to read this one out. This could be the best thing.
Can you
I'm
do it in Pistol's voice?
Quoting him, no, I can't.
No.
I really can't do his voice. I'm not pitchy enough.
It's squealy.
Maybe if this could be the best thing for the club moving forward. It has a lot of the Knights of 96 about them. The Knights were back to perform strongly in 96, but inconsistencies had them on the back foot. Then they strung a few wins together, only to have other results go against them in the final round, and they missed the finals that year. It unmasked a lot of issues within the club, and accountability was had. The following year, the Knights won the comp. That was 1997. This is very similar to our season this year. If we'd made the 8 in the final round and go on a run, I believe it might have masked a few things going on. We now have a long off-season, reflect on the person staring us in the mirror, and come back bigger and better in 24. We have a young side that has already got a lot of experience at NRL level. This, I feel, will be the start of a long dynasty of success coming. Stay with us, Cowboy Army. We are just warming up.
I fairly agree with that. I've seen this happen in other codes as well, where you have a team who's young, they're building, they kind of get early success, and then something happens and they kind of regress a bit.
Yep.
And then a season or two later, they really sort of blossom.
Fire, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that could definitely be something that optimistically, would come out fire in the future seasons.
He's definitely got a point in that we have a young side, but yes, a lot of young players who have a lot of experience or have enough. Like, we don't have to blood anyone new.
Yeah.
We're going to come into it next year with pretty much, assuming Kyle Labert is a step up.
Has to be.
Where into the Hiku, I'll call it the Hiku hole.
Yeah, I think there should be, if he isn't in that role, there'd have to be questions about what's going on.
Touch wood, barring injuries.
Barring injury, yeah.
Should be
Foregoing
there.
injury, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this happened to Richmond Tigers a couple of years ago.
Right.
They ended up, I think they got in the finals and they bombed out, and then they completely went crap. They got 15th or 16th, no good. And everyone started writing them off. Then they came back and won 3 out of 4.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
It does happen. It does happen.
However, they've gone to poo afterwards since
They
then.
have now, but you know what? If you get 3 out of 4, you probably take that and be happy.
Oh, I would be. I would be very much happy.
Yeah.
Postman Ryan Robbie sends us stuff all the time. He has sent in lyrics from Dido's White Flag.
Oh, this is brutal.
But I will go down with this ship, and I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love.
That's a great
Always
song.
will be.
That's a great song.
It is. It is. Colin Leake also said, because he signed up to Patreon, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's also yeah.
exactly.
Thanks for signing up, Colin.
Good on you, Colin.
Make sure you get a beer.
Yeah, get yourself have yourself a drink on us.
On us, yeah, exactly. Yeah, get a Guinness. Get a Guinness.
Yeah, I think you
Just
might.
a pint. Big pint of Guinness.
Just I could go a pint of Guinness right now.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'll go a pint of something.
On the ranch tipping comp at footytips.com.au. It's heating up. There are only 9 games to choose from here on out. 4 games this week, 2 games the next week, 2 games the next week, and the grand final. We're going all the way to the end, into the grand final. So if you're 9 points behind the leader right now, you probably can't win. You can equal him. So you're going to have to be 8 points or closer. So
It's probably not me.
it's most certainly not you. It's also not me. Get your tips out. He's winning on 163 points. Tipped 4 this week. Lemitch on 162 points, as well as Ian Hope, who used a joker. Now, Ian Hope has come from nowhere, used his 2 jokers in the last 2 weeks, tipped 7 and 6.
That is pretty amazing.
That is pretty good. So he's jumped right up into 3rd place. He's now 1 point behind Get Your Tips Out. And Get Your Tips Out only tipped 4 in the week just gone. So yeah, it's all good. Methodical Flamethrower and Spud are in 4th and 5th on 161. Now, Methodical Flamethrower has been, I don't want to say languishing, but he's been around mid first page, if not, 30s, 40s, maybe even lower, all year. He smashed out his 3 jokers in the last 3 weeks, tipped 6, 7 and 6.
That's amazing.
And he's now 2 points behind. 2 points off the lead.
This could come down to points.
It could, because
It
he's...
could easily come down.
And Methodical Flamethrower's got the best margin at 291.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the margins are pretty tight too, excluding, well, I mean, they all are, but 294, 299 and 291.
Yeah.
This is going to be tight.
Everyone's close.
And 292.
And even Get Your Tips Out is only on 309. So
Yeah.
that's only one round. You could go backwards there or forwards.
Yep.
You could win from there.
It's going to be a good finish to this season.
Indeed. Trax is on the ranch and JJ86 on 160 points. Still within range. Could still happen. Fradog, just the tip mitt. Just the tip mitt. Just the tip mitt. Just the tip mitt. Anyway, Rocking Horse Road, Simon 90, Foss 89, the Irk is on 158 points, the Donk 81, Twitey 70, Rod and Lisa is on 157 points. You're borderline. You're only 6 points behind at that point. And then 7 points behind is Mam Kunstar, Forks 01, Hale 7, Potato 69, and Swiss Cowboy. So that's down to 21st. Now, I think probably below that you're going to struggle big time.
Yeah, that might be hard.
That's relying on Get Your Tips Out, tipping 0 in the next 9 games.
Probably won't happen.
Stranger things have happened. I'm in 46th place. I'm out. I'm on 149 points. I'm not getting close.
I'm 76.
76.
136. I just did a calculation. I'm like 27 points away. Wow. I'm like 30 games off the pace. 30 games.
Well, 27 points.
Yeah.
And it's been 27 rounds.
Yeah.
So you've dropped a point around. That's all it takes.
Yeah, it's so competitive this round, this tipping, isn't it?
It's insane. It's
Yeah,
insane.
it really
Pistol is 100th.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win.
I can't even see his points. It won't show me.
No, he's last.
He's on 108.
He's almost overtaken by the people who haven't tipped in basically 15 weeks.
You're actually right.
He's
yeah.
actually
They're a long
he's
way
actually
behind,
last. When you actually look at it, he's last.
He's last.
Yeah,
As
he's last.
you know, we kind of expected that would
Yeah.
happen.
Yep.
Over at the Patreon tipping comp, Traxxas on the Ranch is still leading that one on 164. Now, the difference here is jokers being used in different places because you can pick where you
Yeah,
play them, you see. So Traxxas on the Ranch is leading on 164 with Get Your Tips Out on 163. So there's still only a point in it there. Swiss Cowboys in third on 161. And then you're down to 155 points. They're 9 points behind. They can't do it. So it's really a top three race in the Patreon tipping comp.
Yep.
Get Your Tips Out is in both of those races. And I think Trax is as well.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have to intervene there. I don't think we can have the one person win the two.
Oh, look! If one person wins the two, then second place in one of those comps is going to get something extra anyway.
Yeah,
so
we'll have to look after them.
we
for
will
sure.
we'll look after you. Don't
Yep.
worry about that. The Patreon tipping comp will probably take priority in terms of value of prize.
Yep.
But there is a signed Cowboys jersey for each comp up for grabs in any case, and there'll be extras if you happen to.
Maybe the runner-up can have a free antivirus check by yours truly.
Done.
What do we reckon, listeners?
Why not?
Anyone keen for that?
Anyone keen? Surely.
I'll have a quick little remote in.
Yep. And he won't look at your stash.
No, but I need to take your credit card. It's like one of those, you know those sign up with your credit card and you get 14 days free and you always forget to cancel before the 14 days.
Yeah, been there.
It gets me every time.
Every damn
And then all of a sudden you paid for a year and in
Yeah.
a year's time you're going to forget to cancel it.
Yep. Every
Anyway,
damn
I digress.
time. Well, it's finals week 1.
Yep.
Kicks off on Friday night. And now this is another thing that bugs the living crap out of me. It's Friday night, right? Now, prelim 1 or whatever this semi-finals, number 1 should be first, fourth.
Yep.
I believe in previous years, it's first, fourth, which would mean it would be Panthers versus Warriors. Of course not. It's Friday night. It's at Suncorp.
At
It's
Suncorp.
Broncos versus Storm.
That's the first thing I noticed. It's at Suncorp.
This is about the 35th game the Broncos have played in southeast Queensland this year.
They got a good gig, haven't they?
That's got to play some part into where they finish on the ladder.
It has to, surely.
Everyone said how easy the Cowboys draw was last year, and that went to help us. So it has to have helped them.
Plus, we're going to travel more than anyone else almost. We're flying on bloody far North Queensland, near the equator up here.
They were calling the Gabba games away games.
Oh, that's disgraceful.
That's what a joke.
That's a joke.
So 7:50 p.m. at Suncorp, the Storm up against the Broncos. Now, the last time Broncos beat the Storm at Suncorp, Avatar, the first one, dominated the box office.
Wow, that's going back.
Instagram didn't exist.
Wow.
Kevin Rudd was PM.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. And Kanye interrupted Taylor Swift.
I can't believe it's been that long.
2009
That's insane.
was the last time the Broncos beat the Storm at Suncorp. And that includes last week. Now, there was a bunch of rested players on both sides, but
Yep.
there was rested players on both sides. Now, I don't know if Adam Reynolds was playing this week. I didn't look at the team list, but I probably should actually because, it's
I kind of want to go with Storm now just for the history of them winning.
well, I'm going the Storm. I think they can keep it up. It's a Bellamy.
It's a big one.
If you look at the ins and outs, it's ridiculous because of who they rested last week. But they are full on, full strength, and Adam Reynolds is named.
he's
But
in
it's
there.
Adam Reynolds and Ezra Mam up against Jerome Hughes and Cameron Munster. It's going to be a blockbuster game, no matter which way you look at it.
Yep.
But I can't go. I'm going the Storm.
I don't have a lot of faith in Adam Reynolds, so I might go Storm too. But I normally go Broncos at home,
Yeah.
but I might go Storm too.
Well, you did last week,
Yeah.
and it stung you.
Yeah. I might go Storm too. I'm going to go Storm too.
Oh, I don't want to twist your arm.
No, I'm going Storm.
You know what? One thing,
'Cause of Munster.
Pistol's not sent us his tips, so we're going to have to.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We're going to have to guess on his behalf.
He'd tip Broncos.
You think?
Yeah, 100%.
He always tips against Broncos.
He'd be tipping Broncos.
He's tipping Broncos.
Wink, wink.
I like your thinking.
Yeah,
Very good.
wink, wink.
Okay. Winking doesn't work on audio only.
Yeah, it
I'll just put that out there for you. Saturday the 9th, even though I can see your face, logic doesn't preclude. Saturday nights, it's Super Saturday. No, it's not. There's only 2 games. 4 p.m. at Bluebet. It's first versus fourth. Panthers versus Warriors. $1.20 plays $4.50.
Yeah.
Ouch. I got to go Panthers. I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going Panthers too.
I'd like to see the Warriors upset
I'd prefer the Wars, but I'm going to go Panthers.
Yeah, unfortunately. I think Pistol would go Warriors.
I suspect he would. Yeah.
I have a very strong feeling that he would. 7:50 p.m. at PointsBet. It's the Sharks at $1.90 versus the Roosters at $1.90. Literally flip a coin.
Sharkies.
Because it's at PointsBet. What a terrible stadium to play
Prefer
this
'em.
game
I
at.
prefer their colours. I prefer blue to red and blue.
No JWH. I don't think Sharks got anyone suspended. I don't think they do.
How's Nico?
Nico's beautiful.
If he's wet, and I'm going Sharkies.
He's wet.
Sharkies. No, lock in the Sharkies for me.
Don't put that image in my head.
Yeah, no, we got no outs on the Sharkies.
No outs on either side.
Matty
although,
Moylan back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're Sharkies.
Nico versus Sam Walker. Like, Sam Walker's good, but I don't think he's no Nico. No, I'm going the Sharks as well, and I think Pistol would go the Sharks.
I suspect he would.
I suspect he would. Sunday the 10th, 4:05, McDonald Jones. The Knights $1.22. The Raiders $4.25. I got to stick with the Knights here. They're on a heater. They can do no wrong. Are they all there, or did someone there? Are they all there? Did someone there get suspended as well this week?
The
I feel
outs for Raiders or for
Raiders. Seb Chris got
Chris
wiped
is out. Yeah.
I think he got 3 or 4 games or something.
Oh yeah. Because I was listening to radio when he got announced that he's been wiped out.
He got sent off.
Yeah.
Not just. It was a hell of a.
It was a full send-off.
Did you see the tackle?
I haven't seen it. No.
No. I forget who he lifted, but he was upside down, and landed
Spear
on his
tackle?
head, full on spear tackle.
No, that's dumb.
Yeah,
you can't be
it
doing
was
that.
a silly tackle.
Yeah, it's dumb to be doing in 2023.
Yeah, that's right.
Look, I would love the Raiders to win this, but I suspect the Knights at home.
I am going to have to. Yeah, I'm going the. I'm going the Knights. I'm going the Knights.
I'm going to go the Knights, but I hope Raiders get up.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I'm kind of liking the Knights, other than, like I say, Tyson Gamble. But Ponga. Yeah,
but you're right. But 1-5 in a row, we're on a heater.
Yeah.
Knights make sense at home.
100%.
Yep.
And I think Pistol will go the Raiders.
He'd go Raiders for sure.
100%.
Yep, straight out of a suburb of Bruce.
Straight out of it.
Past the Questacon.
All right, I'm going to pause it right there because my back teeth are floating.
Yep. All right. I'll just do a little mono solo, little chat. So, listeners, how's things been? Nice to have you with us again on a lovely Tuesday night. We don't have the Pistol Pete here because he's gone up for a beautiful 10th wedding anniversary up to the Tablelands, and we're going to head up and see him soon as well up north. We're all heading up for a quick little getaway, Onga Ranch getaway. We're going to play some golf, maybe a little beach footy, bit of beach cricket. These boys are saying that I won't be able to bowl them out with my slow little leg spinners, but I reckon I probably can. So we're going to go up there. We'll represent the pod. We'll do some left-hand spinners, and we'll see if we can get some turn on the beaches of Cairns and Plum Cove on the weekend. I had a little soliloquy. How do you say that? Soliloquy? Little monologue while you're away.
Soliloquy.
And I figured I ran out of things, so I figured
I don't know what a soliloquy is.
It's in Shakespeare when like they do a monologue, like, you know, oh Romeo, whatever, and you know they do like a single speech.
So it's not just a monologue.
It's I think it's just basically a monologue, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but it's got to be long.
Soliloquy.
Yeah, it's called a soliloquy. Yeah, yep.
I'm going to have to Google it.
It's part of my English history major coming out.
Geez, I'm glad when you type that into Google that Google spell checks it for you.
Yeah.
So
Soliloquy.
Oh, close. Soliloquy.
Oh,
You're
it's close.
very close.
Very close. Yeah.
You could enter the local spelling bee.
I actually fancy myself as a pretty good speller.
Is that right?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
It is an act of speaking one's thoughts aloud when by oneself or regardless of any hearers, especially by a character in a play.
So that's pretty close to what I was doing.
So how does that differ from a monologue then?
I think a monologue is more possibly when you're to an audience or to someone else on the stage. So if we're in a show, in a play,
Yep.
I have a monologue talking to you, I think. But when a soliloquy is on, it's more about my internal thoughts, my inner voice, my inner dialogue.
So a monologue definition is a long speech by one actor in a play or film or as part of a theatrical or broadcast program. There you
They're
go.
pretty damn close to each other. It's pretty much the same thing.
So basically, whenever Pistol goes on his Pistol's multi-rant, that's a monologue.
It's a monologue.
Whereas a soliloquy is what you just did because you were talking to yourself.
Pretty much. Yeah, so I feel I did do a soliloquy then. Yeah.
I mean, you're not really talking to yourself. There's people listening. But
There's a few people listening. We had a little, but it's just between me and the listeners.
just between
Yeah.
the listeners.
Yep.
Very good. All right. Well, we might just smash this one out. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the week where we gamble with no one else's money except Fusion Networks for all your data, glitches and switches,
Lucky us.
and antivirus testing, cloud network. I'm just randomly saying words now.
I'll tell you what, if you have a Gmail or a Big Pond address and you're
Yep.
running a business and you don't want to be like, robbthelawnmower@gmail.com,
Yep,
come hit me up. I'll give you a free domain.
free domain.
Yep. Because I see all these bloody Big Ponds and Gmails on people's cards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's do better.
Doesn't look good, does it?
No,
It's
it
not a
can
good
look a bit more professional. So come hit me up. We'll give you a free domain for 2 years.
It's time for Pistols Multi. I like it. All right, this one is a 5-legger. It's kicking off on Saturday. No, actually, it kicks off on Friday. He's put them in a funky order here, but he's got the Warriors head-to-head over the Panthers. He's actually put the Storm in over the Broncos here. Like we said, we thought he'd go the Broncos, but he'll actually probably go the Storm. He's putting the Sharks up against the Roosters. I think we were right in our tipping so far. And he's not touching the other game. He's not touching Knights Raiders.
Really?
No, it's not in here. He has got over to the AFL, and he's got Brisbane up against to win against Port Adelaide.
Oh, that's heavy.
Must be the Gabba, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's over Gabba. I mean, everything says that Brisbane should win. I think Port will do it.
Ooh.
Yeah, they are on a heater.
Brisbane finished second, third.
Second after the Pies,
So
the
that's-
mighty Magpies, Flag
right.
Pies.
So they've got a second shot anyway, even if
They've got a
lose.
double chance for sure.
He's also put Carlton in the mix up against Sydney.
Yeah, I can see that. Carlton are going good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Going
Big
all right.
Charlie Curnow won the Coleman. He can kick.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So all of those legs combined, as we said, 5-legger, power played, pays $53.05. Sorry, $20 on for a measly $1,061.07. There it is. So get on board Pistols Multi this week. All thanks to Fusion Networks, who will give you a free domain.
Free domain name .com.au, or you can have a .au if you want.
You can, actually.
You can. They're a bit weird, though. So go over .com.au.
I've got both.
You got both?
Yeah.
God, it
I've
must
got
be nice. Must be nice to be you.
bclean.com.au and bclean.au.
Oh, moneybags over here with all these domain names.
Actually,
Jesus.
when they introduced the AU, they gave it to me for free because I already had the .com.au.
How nice is that?
Yeah.
God, it must be nice.
It was nice. I thought it was very nice of them to give me that.
That is actually quite nice. Yeah, it's still a scam. The whole thing's still a money grab and scam.
Oh, 100%.
No one was asking for .aus. No one needed them. They just decided to
Yeah.
introduce them, and it's been very profitable for some people who are not me.
Yeah, basically domain squatters.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Stuff you guys.
Yeah, don't get me started on them bad boys.
No.
The playlist, let's add a couple of songs to it this week. It's mighty long. It's getting long, this playlist, much like last year's playlist, I suppose. But Pistol has added in Jeff Buckley, Last Goodbye.
Definitely a theme this week.
I'm not big on, there is.
Yes, especially with the Dido was what I was going with.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it Last Goodbye or is it The Last Goodbye?
I think it is Last Goodbye.
Is it?
I think so, yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
picture. I'm not a big Jeff Buckley fan.
This is the last goodbye. No.
It's not ringing any bells.
No, are you
I'm going to have
serious?
to look it up.
Yeah, look it up. It's a
I'll
good song.
I'll listen to it when
It's
it's
a
in-
look song. It's very emo.
when it's well.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it's very Jeff Buckley.
yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Didn't he die in a river?
No.
He drowned in a river.
Jeff Buckley?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he drowned in a river. I'm pretty sure that's how he died.
Really?
99.9% sure.
I just assumed he was still alive.
No, I'm pretty sure he died in a river.
Jeff Buckley.
He drowned during a swim in the Mississippi
Clearly.
River, where he was caught in the wake of a passing boat.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah, it
Isn't
was bad.
drowning in the Mississippi a common,
I don't know.
like a relatively common thing
I suspect maybe it was. You know,
on the source? Okay.
maybe. Rest in peace.
All right. Okay, Morgan, what's your song?
I went to Match for Fame. I went for End by The Doors. Really good song, but the lyrics basically say it all. Yeah. This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my only friend. The end of our elaborate plans. The end of everything that stands.
Wow, that's
This is the end.
quite final, isn't it?
Dun-dum. Yeah, it's very final. Yeah, don't listen to it if you're having a bad night at home.
No.
Don't have a couple of shots of whiskey and turn the lights off. It'll be very somber.
Jeez.
Yep.
We'll be back next year.
We'll be back next year, but this year could have been something, you know.
All right, well, I've gone for something that's semi-topical, but probably doesn't have a lot to do with the Cowboys, just quietly. But it's a bit of Midnight Oil.
Oh, Beds Are Burning?
Beds Are Burning.
Yeah, well, I picked it.
Yeah, I'm throwing that one in. Look, it's a
that's
great,
a good one.
it's a great rock song.
It is, yeah, and it's pretty upbeat too, I think, which would be a nice way to end it.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And, you know, it's the end of the
Topic's not very upbeat, though.
end of the season.
No.
It's the end of the season. Let's
Yeah.
just burn the beds
That makes sense.
because we're moving out.
It's probably what the boys are doing now on their Mad Tuesday.
Did you see the Bulldogs?
No.
Instead of getting out and getting on the sauce,
High tea.
like they have done in previous
For hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were doing some community help thing. They were all dressed in like they had gloves.
Come
and
off now.
I wonder if it's just a thing they did.
That is
And
a
then
30-minute thing they did
And
before.
then for the cameras.
The minibus was on the way to the Rippers.
Oh, yeah.
And then they've gone, let's just pull over here. We'll do a quick little shoot for the cameras.
Yeah.
And then let's pile back on the bus.
Do you think maybe
Yep.
because James Hooper basically stalked them last time to get
Yeah.
the photos of their...
Yeah, yeah.
You reckon that was a
Antics.
little throw off?
Maybe.
So we'll pull over here. We'll get the photo opportunity. Hoops will be satisfied. He'll go back and write his story.
Everyone knows they're going to get up it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
we're not angels. We all know this.
They're
you
all
know?
young,
We're all young.
20-something-year-olds.
We're in Sydney.
Yeah.
We're not going to be down the beaches picking up rubbish for very long, guys.
Has anyone seen any of the Cowboys out on there, Mad?
No,
Escapades?
no. I did remember when they won the premiership. I remember driving
Oh,
past
yeah.
the Shamrock.
Yeah.
And I saw all of them in there. I saw the trophy kind of half up, half down. And I just went, oh, good on you, lads.
Look, fair enough when you win the comp.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. But no, I don't know where they'd be. They're probably over on Maggie or Early Beach or something.
I don't know. I haven't seen any socials. I think they all go dark.
That would be a very sensible thing. You put your phones away at the start of the week, right, and just leave them be.
One thing, and that is one thing the Cowboys have done well, at least this year, but I can't think of the last time that we had a bit of any
Bit of
kind of
scandal?
scandal. Touch wood, you know, other than the Luch thing, which wasn't
Yeah,
really, like
not
that was a
really.
bit, that was a bit,
I don't want to bring up any bad memories, but do you reckon the last one was possibly old Peter Parr with the pain meds?
a bit of
Would
that.
that be the last one or whatever it was? The bloody
Yeah, but I can't remember. There was
sleeping
a player,
tablets or
Yeah,
something?
there was a player involved with that, and I can't think who it is.
Oh,
that and this,
I can think who it is, but I think it's better we don't
yeah,
go public with that one.
it's a few years off, a few years back.
I think that might have been the last scandal. And that was a very internal thing. Although I went to the integrity unit, we never heard anything about that again.
No. It went straight to the
Mm.
integrity unit and under the carpet.
Under the carpet, I think there was an aggrieved husband. And
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. Yeah, there was.
yes,
there
yes,
was.
yes. But it got swept under very quickly.
Very quickly.
And I believe it's all happy faces. these
And then,
days.
funnily enough, Peter Parr was gone.
He got shipped off.
Not long after that.
Yes.
So I wonder if...
he may have been the scalp they had to have. Yeah. Yeah. But I think that was probably the last one we had.
It's been a
We
while.
haven't had many up
Seems
here.
to have been a while.
Didn't we have a...
I've got to go...
we had a drink. Didn't we have a drink driving with... Was it Benny Barber?
No.
mean,
what was his name?
I'm not even going to claim him. He never really played for us.
he played...
He almost did.
I think he played half a dozen games for us. But he had a lot of potential. He was a young
Yeah,
fella. And then
yeah.
he crashed a scooter over on Maggie Island or a moke or
and
something.
we shipped him off quickly too.
And he was gone very quick. And then he got done for something else wherever he went.
He did, yeah, up a bloody table
I
ends or
can't remember
cans or
his
something.
name. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But he had a lot. He was a good player too.
I think he was back playing a couple of weeks ago somewhere up in the north of one of the feeder clubs or like one of the local clubs.
Is that right?
Yeah, Rob, I'll pay you for $20 to come that out.
I'll just note down the time.
Just note that, please.
Yeah. Oh, that was a goal.
It was the moment where I looked at you and went, oh,
Yeah.
I can't do anything here. I've really done it.
There's no way to cover it.
There's no way to cover it.
Brilliant.
And the longer I didn't say anything, the worse it got.
Excellent.
Yes.
Well,
moving on.
that was good.
Yep.
We've done well. We've covered everything. What a season it's been. We're going to be back.
We'll be back.
It's not like we're ending. We're gonna,
Summer series.
We're going to go as long as we can.
Summer series, I reckon we do the Eden competitions.
We're
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, what we're thinking of doing is what we do during Patreon, the
Yep.
hour of dribble.
Yep.
Literally continuing that on into the off season. Just do that. Maybe cover the news every now and then if there's something to do with the Cowboys. But just general chit chat.
Yeah, and we've got a few other things happening throughout the year. We'll look at
A
something.
couple eating challenges.
Yep.
A couple of drinking challenges.
Yeah, that's good too.
That's probably a bad idea.
I'll do the eating, Pete can do the drinking.
Oh,
How's that?
jeez. I will not beat either of you. I don't know. I could give the eating one a fair chop, I think.
Yeah, we'll do the eating together and Pete can go do the drinking.
I reckon he can down a few wings.
I think he could.
We have to try a chili challenge.
Chili challenge. I'm not. Oh, we could. Cactus Jack's Chili Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, that's not chili.
But not really. I'm not a hot person. I'm not a hot and spicy person. I
No?
can't do it.
Can't do it?
When I order masala, I get it mild, not
Mild.
medium or hot.
See, I get hot.
Yeah, no, I can't do hot. I went to the Jewel of India once and I got a proper Indian
dear.
Indian thing. And I asked for it to be like mild, right?
Yeah, no such
This
thing.
thing blew my head apart. I had to go down to Woolies and get some yogurt and try and just cool it off. And even then, I don't think I finished it.
Oh, no. Well, on the Ranch NQ, on Instagram, Facebook, all the above.
Yep.
Maybe even Threads. I don't know.
Yeah, Fred's and the website,
probably would be
www.ontheranch.com.au.
Yep. XRBob on Twitter, that's me. On
Yep.
X,
Morgan, your Holmes Evans on all of the above.
all of the above.
Yeah, and
Snapchat
Fusion
included.
Networks. Yeah, and Fusion Networks. Yeah, I'm on Snap. I get the memes from our
Do
good
ya?
friend Luke Hendo.
Yeah, who
Yep,
doesn't?
who
There's
doesn't?
One too many. And Phone Pistol at the On the Spot Facebook page, sometimes, and
Yeah.
various other places.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Happy off season, everyone. Go the Cowboys 2024. Go the Lady
Go the ladies.
Cowboys to take it out.
See you next week.
See ya.